Good morning. It is Monday morning and it is ridiculously early. It is 4:45. I really got to leave right now if I don't want to be late. It's almost 6 a.m. now and I have about 1 hour to drive. I'm going to the Ardennes and today I'm going to be photographing 2 hunting outings, which is not that special, you may say, if you follow my vlog and everything, but this one is quite special actually, because I am going to photograph at what is called the hunting grounds of the Crown. This type of photography is quite challenging because I have to travel light, because I have to be very quiet, not disturb these guys' unique days of hunting. So you won't see me vlogging in the camera, so I'll probably have to puzzle this video together with some shots that I take afterward, like this. As you can see, when we started out it was still very dark. The GoPro couldn't pick up anything basically, and even the X-T2 had a hard time getting some light in because it was just so dark. It was first of all, it was well before sunrise. It was a cloudy, very cloudy day, and we were in a forest, so no light there even at the highest ISOs. But low light is not something I try to fight. I see it as a challenge. I see it as an opportunity to work with slow shutter speeds, things like that. There's very often more interesting images to be found if you're out of that comfort zone. So I just welcomed it and just rolled with it. The lens that I chose for most of the pictures is the 1655, simply because it is a very flexible lens. You get the zoom range, it's weather sealed, it's very sturdy, image quality is great, autofocus is fast and accurate, so that was kind of like my go-to lens for this whole day. I was often very close and I had to stay close to those guys, so wide angle lenses definitely come in handy, but I still had the opportunity to do some zooming. Later on I switched a couple of times to the 35mm f2 just to mix things up for myself, not because I really needed to, but just because I wanted to discover some new angles. But most of the pictures during this trip were taken with the 1655. I think it's a great combination with the X-T2, so really love that kind of stuff for outdoor photography where you have to be flexible. You guys spotted a deer, and I just got ready just in case something happened. Well, the deer disappeared again, so there was no shot here, but it shows you how silent you have to be. You have to watch out where you place your feet so you don't snap a twig or something, but also the shutter sound can be too loud in those situations. And I use the electronic shutter on the X-T2, and that's a really great feature. If you use electronic shutter, you always run the risk to get some weird things happening in your image. Definitely if you're moving fast, has to do with the technology of reading out the sensor line by line, which is what happens with the electronic shutter. But it worked fine for me. It's completely silent here. I didn't have any images with strange artifacts on this whole day basically. They asked me afterwards, did you get any pictures, because we didn't hear you shoot any pictures. And then, you know, that's where the electronic shutters comes into place. And there's lots of other situations where you want to be completely silent. So it's definitely an option that I use, maybe not a lot, but when I use it, it is a very important one. After a while we got to a height where in front of it there's a good chance of animals passing by in the morning, the game warden told us. So we got ready. It's very hard to take pictures inside such a dark, very confined place, but I still managed to get some. And what's even more important, the hunter got a shot at a huge, biggest wild boar that I've seen, and luckily made a clean kill. So after we waited for 10 minutes, which is the custom, we went and looked for the wild boar. The wild boar turned out to be 113 kilograms, which is huge for Belgium, and that is without the intestines. So it took some effort to and some machinery and some people to get that wild boar out of the forest and into the cooling facility, but that's also part of hunting. Pictures I'm going to show you maybe a bit graphic, so if you are not up for that, then please excuse me, but don't keep watching and then tell me how gross the images are. The wild boar was the first and the last animal taken that day, but I'll show you some of the other images from the rest of the day. Finally on my way home after a long but nice day in the Ardennes. I got some shots that I might be able to use for my hunting book. Got to see a 100 plus kilogram wild boar. So yeah, and I spent a great day outdoor with nice people, and above all in such an amazingly beautiful forest. So but right now it's time for a shower and a bed, but first I need to drive a bit more. See you in the next vlog.